If you think about everybody that you admire, everybody who's ever achieved something in their lives and is remembered for doing so, the one common thread that you'll find is that every single one of them worked extremely hard at whatever it was that they did. Now, there's a certain type of person, and you may know some, you might even be one of them, who lacks this kind of work ethic. Now, I don't know whether it's a generational thing, and I'm going to sound very old now, but I was brought up to believe that whatever you wanted in life you could get as long as you were prepared to work extremely hard to get it. And I've come across people in my life who were prepared to work harder to avoid doing something than they would actually doing it, if that makes sense. Maybe you've experienced this as well. But there does seem to be a type of person, I'm not going to say a generation of people because that's a bit unfair, but there is a certain type of person who has an almost pathological fear of hard work. And certainly in my experience, the harder I work, the more successful I get, and the more that comes my way. And I've never managed to find a way around the necessity for working hard. So that's why I believe a work ethic is one of the most important things you could possibly have, whether it's something to do with your upbringing or just something to do with the way that your mind or personality works. I don't know, but I think one of the most important things you could teach somebody or a child would be simply what I was taught, which is that the world is yours to go out and take, but you must work at it and nothing is handed to you on a plate. Some people do think that the world is there that owes them a living. Yeah, that the world somehow owes them something and they are due these things as some sort of natural occurrence. Does not happen, never happens, ever. Okay, you get people who coast through life for a certain amount of time and don't get caught out. But then these people, as time goes on, discover that, hang on a minute, I'm missing out, other people are getting past me in the road of life, whatever that might mean. However you judge success in life, they're not getting as much as they feel they should. And eventually they have to sit down and they come to the realization that they're simply not working hard enough. Okay, it's not fun, all right. And if any of us had the chance just to click our fingers or win the lottery and stuff, it would be tremendous. Okay, but you know, there's a certain amount of goodwill and self development and pleasure you can get from working hard, which I've always got. And I find that after a hard day's work, if I've solved a lot of problems, if I've come up with a lot of ideas, if I've generated some sort of productivity or revenue for myself or for my employer, I do feel better about myself. I feel like there's been a purpose for me being on the planet. I'm not talking about being a wage slave and simply just clocking in and clocking out. I think it's more to do with taking pride in what you do, making yourself useful and valuable, and also extending your own skill set. And the amount of things you can do on the planet that other people can't, or maybe you do them a bit better. Maybe you don't do them better than other people. Maybe you just have a better work ethic, and the fact that your work ethic is better than other people who may be more talented makes you a more valuable person as well. So maybe tomorrow, if you meet somebody who you feel doesn't have any kind of work ethic, you feel they're coasting, you feel that their lack of effort is putting more work onto you and other people who should be spending that time doing maybe their own job, yeah? Do yourself a favour and do them a favour and kick them in the fucking nuts. That's all for today. See you tomorrow.